Welcome back, guys. So today, as you can see, I was joined with Sam for the first personal coaching after Drake, and as you can see, we started at 10:30 a.m. I was very on time, and then we ended just like right now 3:45 p.m. with 1 hour break between. And here's a message for Indian fans at the end. I hope Indians can read it. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try to read it. मेरी वीडियो को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करे इनता प्यार देने के लिए Okay, never mind. So let's talk about his personal coaching for today. So guys, because we don't want to make the video so long, I'm only going to be showing videos where I was correcting his mistakes. But if you look right here, he managed to get first, second, third, and let's see here, 4, 5. Here I was showing him, wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 stars. He tripled 10 of my bases after we corrected them together. So, and sometimes I wasn't hearing him well because of his microphone, so he was typing for me, and I was answering him during the call. So, let's jump into them. Now let's watch your attack again and see what were your mistakes. So, your Blizzard part was very good. You got everything you wanted. If you had an extra invisibility, you could have gotten that expo down. So then you have pulled the headhunters. Perfect. When you have headhunters, you don't start the archer queen on its own. No, first you pull with one archer and then you start the archer queen. Perfect. Actually, then you did one mistake. Like sometimes you don't always start the barbarian king with the archer queen. Sometimes you can use the barbarian king to just get some more to get just some more funnel. So instead of starting the barbarian king where you did, you could have, instead of using that, you use the sneaky goblin on the elixir collector, right?
Yes.
So instead of that, you could have started it on the gold mine on the left, just next to that spell factory, okay, and then started the barbarian king on the right on the barracks. So the barbarian king would take out that barracks and keep walking down. This way, you have funneled all of the right side, and the barbarian king will not go to the outside. But what you did is that you funneled too close. You don't have to do that. You can use the barbarian king just a little bit more to take out 2 more buildings. That would make a big difference. That would save you a lot of troops that you would use to funnel. Okay?
Yes, understand.
Okay, now let's see your wall breakers. First wall breaker was good, but you were late with the wall breakers. Why were you so late? Okay, because you are deploying the wall breaker as the barbarian king is taking out that last building in the compartment. So after you wall break that first one, the barbarian king is absolutely not gonna go to the core. You want your barbarian king to go to the core where the rage tower is, not to go to the outside. Yeah. So your first wall breaker was late. So the barbarian king now is absolutely gonna go to the outside. Next wall breaker is not gonna do anything because your barbarian king has already walked to the outside and you did not funnel. That's a big mistake. Okay?
Yes, I see.
So instead, you should wall break first. Like you after you deploy the barbarian king, you wall break first, and then as they are going to the inside, you wall break the second one. That's how it's done.
Okay.
And then your Lalo was very late. Actually, your Lalo was very late. Like as soon as you have wall broke the second one, and your heroes are going to the inside, you start the RC and you start the Lalo with the RC. But what you did is that you started the Lalo and you had only 61 seconds left. So that was your mistake.
I mean, I have to drop RC with Lalo.
So you have what?
I have to drop RC with Lalo.
Exactly. Yep. You should have started the Lalo with the RC. You should have started the Lalo with the RC like on the right side, and then you should have started another part on the left side. So you have you should have started Lalo at 12 o'clock, from 11 to 12 o'clock, and again another group like from 9 to 10 o'clock. So all of that side should have been just overwhelmed with Lalo, and your Lalo was very late, and you didn't go with 2 groups. You only went with only 1 group. So, and you didn't save spells. Actually, another mistake I could see is that when you like in the core. If you watch the attack again, in the core, your RC was going to that multi, and the Diggy was with her to stun that multi, and you just did what? You froze. I don't know why you did that.
We call it FC friendly challenge.
Oh, okay. FC, okay. On the screen, I mean. So
Yeah,
now,
I see.
okay.
Yes,
now,
yes.
now let me show you how to kill the CC. So I'm gonna take some hogs, and we're gonna have to pull the CC. 7 hogs,
Yes.
pulling the CC. Perfect. Now we use 1 archer to pull everything. I mean, if you have attacked, you would see that the archer tower, this archer tower is down. The X-bow is down, so that's much easier for you. But I'm just gonna do it this way. So what I can do is use 1 archer and then use the archer queen. You see? Now it's so
yes.
much different. You have to use a ground troop to pull the headhunters, but then attract those headhunters to the archer queen.
Immediately answered.
That's how you take it out. Okay?
I-
Perfect. Now let me give you the friend challenge and you try it yourself. Let's replay the attack now and see what were your mistakes. So
Okay.
first, your blizzard part. When you are dropping your blizzard, you are leaving the X-bow visible. Well, that's a mistake. Why? Because you have to take advantage of the town hall splash damage, because when they are target the town hall first, they are gonna make they are gonna change that X-bow, and then the X-bow will stay at 1 HP. You see? So next, maybe just using only 1 second invis, you only use 2 invisibilities, and that's enough. Because this way, you are first taking the X-bow down, and then you are taking that elixir storage down, and then you are taking that town hall down. So you are just wasting time of your invisibility. So all defenses that are 1 tile away from the town hall, they are chainable. So that's why all the buildings that are 1 tile away from the town hall, you have to make them invisible. Okay, with the first invisibility.
Okay.
Okay, now let's skip to the hero Sui part. All right. So now you have first what you did is that you started the barbarian king. Well, that's uncommon. First you have to start the archer queen, not the barbarian king. Like most of the time, you always start the barbarian king. Then if we look at your Sui at the right side, Sui troops, you used an archer and a wizard. Well, that's not optimal, because using them is not enough, because you still have the pet house, you still have the archer tower. Well, what you can do is instead, you start the archer queen where you started your barbarian king, and then you start the barbarian king at the pet house, and at the same time you also start one giant and 1 wizard on the archer tower next to the pet house. So this way, your barbarian king is gonna go up and will meet with your archer queen at the same time. You can wall break on the Tesla, and so all of them will go inside to meet at the scatter shot. This way, you have saved a lot of HP of your barbarian king. But if you look at your usage of your barbarian king right now, when he went inside, he was already dead. Well, that's not enough, because you want him to stay alive to fight the CC just a little bit, to provide some tanking for your heroes, for your archer queen.
Yeah.
So after you have used your archer and the wizard, you also had to use 2 balloons on the archer tower, and you also used what? Maybe you used a baby dragon, I think. No, you used a sticky goblin. So you already used like how much? So the balloons were 10, and the sticky was 3, and then you used the wizard and the archer. So all of them together, they were 18 housing space you used. Instead, you can use only a giant and a wizard. That's 9 housing space. So you still have 9 housing space left in your pocket for the back end of the attack. And you know, sometimes 1 archer can make the difference, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so now look at your barbarian king. When he is going to fight the scare shot, he is already like just 1 HP. So that is very bad. And your archer queen, you used that invisibility on the archer queen on the outside. That was totally swag. You didn't need that invisibility. You were just panicking. And okay, then what is happening? You use that invisibility, the second invisibility on the archer queen. It was very good when you see like right now. But that headhunter was not needed. You swagged that headhunter. Look at that. The archer queen already took the enemy archer queen. You didn't need that headhunter. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
now,
understand.
as the CC is coming out to your Archer Queen is already dead. Your Barbarian King is already dead. Well,
Already, yes.
that is so bad. Now, how are you gonna face those CC troops? You are not gonna be able to face them. You have to take them out with your RC or what? I don't know. Okay, so next, what happened is that you pulled them up, okay, and then used a baby dragon to kill it. Okay, that was not bad, but using a baby dragon will just waste a lot of time. You are starting the Lalo, but you are ignoring the right side. You still have a wizard tower at 12 o'clock. You still have double wizard tower at 11 o'clock. How are you going to deal with these? You're just going to leave them? Well, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Okay? What you have to do is you start, this hound should go down to your Archer Queen if you do what the steps that I told you to do. Okay, so after this hound has been taken out, you start the RC at that air defense at 12 o'clock, so that RC is gonna do this pathing.
Okay.
So you start the RC and the Lalo at the same time, but the Lalo is gonna work its way towards the scatter shot and eventually towards that multi and the poison tower. But at the same time, your RC should start on the air defense, then it would go to the wizard tower, and then the second wizard tower, and then the expo. Then it would go towards that single inferno tower. So it has made that funnel. It has created that. Sorry, she has created that funnel as your Lalo is going in towards the multi and the expo. The multi and the poison tower. That's how it's done. Okay.
That is what also.
So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see how are you gonna do it now. Okay, now let's replay the attack together and see what mistakes you did. Okay.
Okay.
So, first, the Stone Slammer, you opened it manually, like I told you, which is very good. But then, why did you make that? When you made that Expo invisible, you let the wizards go to the right, which was very bad. So you can see, like, you get now. Eventually, you got everything. Barely, you got it. Okay, which is something you don't want. You could have gotten everything with like maybe only 4 invisibilities, but you got everything with just the last shot. Look at that. Or barely getting the scatter shot. That's not how to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, no problem with that. Now, if we look at what you did with your heroes, well, when you have super minion CC, so now I gave you bases where you have ice golems. I gave you bases where you have lava hound and headhunters. Now on this base, I gave you super minions because I want to see how you deal with each CC composition. Okay, now when you have super minions, you have to pull them with one archer, okay? Only one archer is how you deal with them. So what you did instead, what you have to do is you put one archer and then you kill them with your Archer Queen and the poison. That's it. But you don't sacrifice your Barbarian King. But what you did here is that you started your Barbarian King and then look at the super minions just raining on your Barbarian King. Well, that's not something good. Look at the health of your Barbarian King. You just gave 25% off of your Barbarian heal set. That's actually even 50%. That's not good. You want to save. You want to preserve your Barbarian King's HP. All right. And then if we continue, everything is not looking bad. Barbarian King is going down. Okay. Nice. Okay, now if we look at your RC. Well, that RC deployment was not that good. Why? Because your Archer Queen should eventually go back to that, or not eventually should go back. You should wall break for the Archer Queen so she could grab that scatter shot and the Inferno. Why are you deploying the RC? Why are you giving up the RC to the Monolith? The RC now should die to the Monolith because you deployed her like that. She will not get any coverage. She will not be joined with the Lalo. That's not a good RC deployment, alright? Okay, so now let's see. Look at your RC now. She is gonna die. And your Archer Queen already took down the scatter shot and took down that Inferno. So what is the RC for? The RC didn't get any magic defense that you want. The RC just died. The RC just died. And now you are starting the Lalo. Okay, your Lalo deployment was good at least. And okay, let's see. You had good patience on the Warrior's ability. That is something to note. And okay, everything you swarmed some balloons from the bottom. That was a good touch, but then eventually it was not good enough. And as I told you, I was surprised that it got to 95%. Now you are gonna work on these mistakes, and you're gonna get the 3-star. And if you need me to show you how, I can do it for you. Okay?
Okay, okay. Yes, I'm done.
Okay, so now after you have attacked, um, you done the blizzard. Okay, now let's see. After your blimp lands, your first invisibility
Yeah,
was like okay, it was not bad because on this one is rage tower. But if you had invis tower, then that is not the right one to do.
yeah,
You don't have to make the town hall invisible. You don't have to make the town hall invisible. And the second mistake that you did, if you look at your second invisibility, you left the rage tower visible, which is something you don't have to do. Like the right rage tower, you left him visible. Why? It's something very bad. Why? Because if you take the town hall, it will go down with the splash damage. You know that, right?
yes, yes.
So like now the wizards are targeting.
I see.
So now you are wasting some seconds of the blizzard. So now the wizards are gonna target the rage tower first, and then they're gonna target the town hall. But you could have just let them target the town hall immediately. That would have been better value for
Yeah.
you. So if you had made the rage tower invisible, you could have saved like 3 seconds. So maybe that's a whole invisibility spell that you can save later on for your RC. Do you understand me?
Yes, that's true.
Perfect.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Okay. Now let's see after the blizzard. Okay, now next two invisibilities were good. Okay. Then actually you have okay, now you have like you have got like a line into the base with the balloons, with the warden, everything. Now you have to continue that funnel. So starting the Archer Queen at 12 o'clock was a big mistake. Like right here, no, you don't have to start Archer Queen right here. You should have instead started the Archer Queen right here on the right. Like you see where the owl is, Archer Queen just right there. And then you should walk.
Oh, I see, I see.
Exactly. And then but like you see like there are okay, there is the first line defenses where like you see the pet house, the wizard tower, cannon, these things. And there are the second layer defenses. You see the second layer where you have the archer tower, the mortar, the air defense, the elixir collector. You see them, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah, so
exactly. So in order to take the second layer out, you have to wall break maybe like at the wizard tower for the Archer Queen. So Archer Queen could take out the elixir storage, elixir collector, Archer Tower, and keep going. And then at the same time, or like maybe just seconds later, you have to start the Barbarian King at 12 o'clock, but he has to walk inside the channel so he could go towards that single Inferno Tower. And you have to start, so you have to deploy the Giant and the Ice Golem to tank for them. And everything has to be just at the perfect time. Okay?
yeah.
And
Yes, I understand.
and also like the RC in this case, because you don't have the warden anymore, the RC should go with the heroes as well. So and after and when you wall break for the Barbarian King, you can send also the goblins. You have that the sticky goblin, that normal goblin, to take out that elixir collector next to the laboratory. You see it?
Yes, yes.
And also, you have to also use your wizard to take out that laboratory. Why? Because you want to force the Barbarian King to go inside the channel towards that single Inferno targeting. Yep.
Yeah,
Inferno
I
targeting
understand.
single. Okay. Single targeting Inferno, I meant. Okay, so now, I think let's just now focus on that, and then after you do it, we can see if your Lalo was good or not. Because I don't want to give you everything, so you will just lose focus and you forget what I told you. Now I want you to focus on the Blizzard again and on the Hero Sui, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm gonna give you another challenge now.
Yes.
Okay, on this base, let's replay together and see your mistakes that you did. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
So, first, I would say that your Blizzard value was not that good because you only got that Inferno Tower and you got that that RC. Okay, and you didn't even get the CC pool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, you got some good. I mean, you got the pathing towards the town hall, which was good, but other than that, the value was not that good. So that's the first thing. But then what you did with your heroes was very good. Like you got your Archer Queen to go towards the town hall. That was very good. But you just went through that monolith, and I don't know. You had to use 2 invisibilities on your Archer Queen, and she just hanged on to dear life to get that town hall. So she was on very low HP, but you got the town hall. Actually, if you watch the giant bombs, she got the town hall with the last shot. Okay, now talking about your Lalo. Okay, at the beginning it was not bad, but then if you look at the top side, you look at that. You found the Tesla farm. When you find the Tesla farm, you have to go with additional balloons. You want to take them out. So if I were you on this case, look at, like, you had now only 2 balloons staying alive, and the Inferno Tower is targeting them. So what you should have done at this case is that you should have used a freeze spell to get the air defense and that Inferno Tower at the same time with freeze spell, and then you should have sent more balloons to get those Teslas. Okay, so that's how you save your balloons. That's because that Tesla farm, you should know how to do with the Tesla farm exactly. Other than that, your RC was working well. If you had done that actually at the top and saved your balloons, it would have been a whole different story. But you didn't freeze. Your freeze was late, and look at that. You didn't counter all Teslas, so those Tesla combination with the air defense just took everything down. So you just kept deploying your defense one after your balloons one after the other, so all of them died eventually. But you should have, as soon as the Teslas popped, you should have frozen and deployed all of your balloons just to counter all of those Tesla farm. And after that, maybe haste into that multi, so you have all of your balloons staying alive going into the back end of the area of the whole base. Okay? So now let's do it again and see if you can do it better. And I'm gonna tell you where to land your. So guys, here's something I'm gonna be doing after every session. I'm gonna be asking for review of each client that comes to me. So I'm gonna be posting everything, whether it's good or not reviews. So I asked him, I want to rate it from 1 to 10. He said that it's like infinite out of 10. He said all of you gonna learn a lot from him. He's the best coach for Blizz Lalo. Thank you so much for that. I think that's too much said. And then he said he wants to go again next time, not for Blizzard Lalo. Maybe he wants to practice Zap Lalo and Queen Charge Lalo, as he told me. Of course, I'm down for that. And he said he's gonna fix his microphone. That's something I really hope. But guys, about the subscriptions, I still can't get to 1,100 subscribers. Every time I get close to that, some people unsubscribing. So far, I've seen about 15 people unsubscribing. So guys, please hit the subscribe button. Let's just get bigger. Come on. We have been just at the same number for a long time. And let me know, guys, what can I do for the next time. I really need to know from you, because you are the viewers, and I want to know what you want to see in the next video. And until then, see you and bye-bye.